Probably live now. It always starts before it says it on my screen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I believe. All right. Well,
Okay, we're live.
we're live.
I'm just gonna set this up and I just gotta see the other screen.
Yeah, for sure.
Good to go.
All right. Well, we had a pretty good weekend, didn't we?
Yes. Really good.
Awesome turnout. Awesome freaking matches. Some really good super matches.
Yeah, yeah. And you pulled. That
I
was
did pull.
yeah.
Got to see me in action.
It was pretty impressive. I think you were a little bit putting on a show for the camera.
Who
Just a
knows?
little. Just
Who
a little.
knows?
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good.
I had a fun time. I had a real fun time.
Oh, right on. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. It was a good tournament, actually. I'm glad it worked out. I mean, we got pretty, it was pretty rough for me. I mean, all the refs canceled. Not all of them, but like it ended up being pretty close. I don't know why. Why isn't this video popping up? It says we're live.
Oh, I've got it live on mine.
Yeah, why isn't it popping up on mine?
Might need to refresh.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
I'm just mad. It's like, oh, is it right here? Nope, nope. That's weird.
For me, it popped up on our name, live around the circle of it.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. For some reason, like, why doesn't it pop up? Like, why does the window YouTube change something, eh?
Did they?
Yeah, like my window, um, mini player. Oh man, I don't have any chat,
No, I got chat here.
but my screen's so big that I couldn't see if there's a chat anyway. Is there a certain view? What view should I have on?
I just have it on the normal ones where I can scroll down and stuff.
Yeah, mine's like a big screen. Oh, there's the chat. I see it. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah. So good matches. I thought, you know what, the super matches were a lot better than I thought they were good. Like I didn't know they were going to be that good, actually.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, you know the opening one, Thomas and Dion from Montana.
Dion from Montana. Yep,
That was a really good match, man.
it
Really,
was.
yeah,
It
yeah.
really was.
It was 3-2, I think was the final, wasn't it?
That's what it was. 3-2.
Yeah, yeah,
It started looking close at the end. Yeah, it looked
yeah,
like Dion was making a good comeback.
yeah, yeah. He was. Well, actually, I think wasn't Dion, was he made a comeback, or do I remember it? Thomas actually came back.
Thomas came back and won.
Yeah,
Sorry, Thomas got the first two, and then Dion started picking them apart as
yeah,
the rounds went by.
yeah.
Yeah, so Thomas gets some second rounds. It takes Thomas a little longer, and then they go to the straps. We got a couple people in the chat. Howdy, howdy, sir. Osis of liver. I got a question here. Hey, Zach, are you done with amateurs yet? Yeah, I'm probably done with the amateurs now, with my right arm at least. My left arm's still pretty weak, but I'll probably go pros from now on for both weight classes, 70 and 80 kg.
I think you should.
Work my way up kind of on the 80 as I go.
You're there. You're there. And actually, you need to take some whoopings too to actually get that next level, I think.
Yeah, yeah, I got to be shut down a couple times so I can
I think so.
feel it.
Because you're looking pretty good, but I think you need a little bit of humbling. I don't want you to lose, don't get me wrong, but you
Hey,
know what I mean? I want to
I
see you progress. I want to see you keep progressing though. Right?
I wanna call someone out here soon, but I'm not sure who. I'm not sure when because provincials is coming up. I don't know who's going, who's not. It's a few
Yeah.
guys I want to pull, but I don't know if they're already kind of training for provincials or not. So
And now you're gonna train up a bit, rest, and provincials is your next event.
I don't really want to pull provincials to be honest. I'd rather pull super match for the next year.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm finding a lane and I wanna practice that specific lane more.
Mhm.
Kind of I don't know, double down on the technical side, which is a little harder to do for tournament for me.
Well, summer's coming, and there's going to be some more super matches for you for sure. I know I think there'll be two events. There'll be Uzbekistan is supposed to come, their national team in June. So and they do have some like mid-range guys. They're not all world champions. So, and there's some guys in your weight class. So, I mean, it might be good for you. It's going to be a pay-per-view too. So,
Yeah, hey, I'm
yeah,
down.
yeah. And then I think we're going to plan something at Bellick Ranch in July.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you'll get some super match opportunities. I'm not going to provincials either this year because I'm injured. It's just because I'm injured.
Yeah, that's
I'm
understandable.
Yeah, I'm taking the time off from pulling just to heal my brachialis because it's, I
It needs
keep getting,
a break.
yeah, like I keep getting back to about 80% and then I compete and then I'm out and then I'm really hurt again for a few months and then I'm just sick of it. I want to just heal it like a steel cable, you know what I mean? And then just
Get it back to where you know you can trust it.
yeah, exactly. Because I mean, my goal this year coming up is I definitely want to be in the top 10. So
Good goal. Good
it's a
goal.
good goal. It's a good goal. But I mean, I need to be healed to do it, right?
100%.
We have
Very
beat.
competitive scene where you're pulling. So
It's competitive in the top 10, the super heavies in
very.
Alberta. It's like, yeah, very, very competitive. So yeah, so that's my plans. And yeah, getting back to that match with Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Thomas, it's hard for him. He's only 130 pounds, man. And he's got to compete against guys 160 pretty much. So 155, 160. I think Dion came in at like 152 pounds or something like that.
Yeah. A little taller than Thomas, a little thicker than Thomas.
But Dion pulled really good too. He impressed me too because I
Yeah.
don't why I'd seen him in Lethbridge, but I didn't remember a lot because I'm reffing all the time, right? So
Yeah. I'm just watching the last round here. You're reffing it.
yep,
And they're in the strap. Thomas sucks him into a hook, pulls him back, pulls him over, gets the pin.
yep.
Yeah, that took a lot out of Thomas. I know that he was fighting those 2 rounds he lost, so he got the first couple, and the two he lost, he didn't give up. He was fighting it and fighting it. It looked like he was getting drained out over the
I
hand. He
thought
started
so.
losing his
I
hand
think
a
he
lot.
drained him too.
Yeah, yeah. It just came down to
Yeah,
the end that Thomas just gave it his all, and he just had a little bit left in the tank, enough to get that pin.
yeah, yeah,
Didn't lose his wrist. He held it and just brought it back, brought it back, brought it back.
yeah.
But yeah, both competitors freaking tried really hard. It's a good match.
I like that. That Dion guy's a good shit too. I'm gonna go down. I think maybe you should come too. We should all go down July 1st. I'm
I'm
thinking,
game. I'm game.
yeah, I'm thinking we should all go down and take some hardware from Montana, a whole bunch of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be ready, Montana. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll have a fun time.
yeah. Oh, Greg's in the chat. Hey, buddy,
Oh,
Mister.
is he? Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to talk about Greg yet. We got to cover the super matches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brad's invincible arm here later.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, next super match was Dustin Rasmussen versus Austin McLeod.
And Austin looked like a monster out there.
Austin came in, looked like he was ready to
Yeah,
play
ready
this
to.
code.
Yeah, yeah. His hand, you know what? I'm very impressed. Very impressed. He's got his hands getting at his weight class. It's really good.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's
His
gonna move.
ability to drag back and
Yeah,
maintain pronation and really stay fundamental is very good.
yeah, it is. It is.
Very good.
It's so good. Like I've been following him. Well, I remember his first practice. I remember teaching him, like teaching him how to top roll and showing, what I mean, just like showing him stuff. And
Yeah.
it was a few months ago now, but last time I pulled him, I was like, man, your hand's getting pretty good. Like, So I mean, the sky's the limit for him in his weight class, you know.
Oh yeah.
And
He's
wait till he
doing
develops wait till his arm catches up to his hand. He's gonna be like crazy.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
round one, he took Dustin, brought him over to here, and then
Just
just
disabled him. He
put him down.
Yeah, he disabled them. Yeah.
Round two, they slipped,
Yeah.
which was nice. I wanted to see where the strap was going to take them.
Yeah. Oh, Ronnie's in the chat now too. Hey, buddy.
I never pulled him. I was too scared to pull Ronnie. I had to run away.
Ronnie should have Ronnie, he's gonna start competing. And he
Yeah,
wanted a hand for little guy, man. Ronnie's hand something.
oh yeah.
for his size. Like he's 130 pounds, and it's like he's got a like 170, 100, maybe a 200 pound hand on him. I don't know. Hand's pretty good.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
definitely really good.
No, it is. It is.
But yeah, freaking by the third round, looks like Dustin started to kind of find something. He started to find a little bit of something near the bottom of the pad, but just wasn't enough. Didn't have enough time to start figuring it out, right? He started to get down here, he started to get a little bit of a lock, but then
Yeah.
Austin just stood up and kind of punched him down.
Yeah, it got a little scary actually. Well, he likes to come in and like, do the flop, right, too. So his arm got back a little bit the one round, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. But I mean, he tried. He put up
He put up a really good fight, yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I mean, after the first round, I thought it was going to be 3 rounds like that. So, the fact that he actually, he was starting to make something of
Made a
it.
few adjustments, started to figure
Yeah,
something out, and
yeah,
he just didn't have enough time. Maybe he'll train and run it back, you know. Maybe
yeah,
they'll have a left arm match at some point. That'd be cool to see too.
yeah. No, I think it would be good. But yeah, it was a pretty dominating by Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was 3-0 to Austin.
Yeah, and then your match. Well,
My match, yes.
your match, well, coming from my perspective, I refed it, right?
Yeah, you're the ref.
Yeah. But I was watching, and it's hard for me as a ref because I can't really I don't look at who's pulling, right? Like
Yeah.
I can't because I gotta stay fair. I can't,
Yeah, which is all anyone could ever want in a scene as a
yeah,
good as well, right?
yeah. Like if anybody calls me biased, I'd probably punch them in the mouth because like I do everything I can to be, as fair as always, right? So, but you did look pretty damn dominant. Actually, you know what? You played a little bit in that match. There was a lot. You could have made quicker work of that match for sure. Not taking
Yeah.
away from Cam. I'm not taking away from
Yes.
Cameron. He tried really hard, but he made it look good. He made it look good.
I really wanted to test
You
my
were
tongue.
you were testing stuff, and actually it was kind of nice in a way because yeah, I mean you didn't go to you look like a different guy actually. You pulled differently than the Zach that I've seen. Yeah,
Yeah. I
the
wasn't
Zach,
just diving in and
no,
losing a
no,
hand or
no,
something.
no. You showed good hand control. Good, no. I seen what you were doing, and it was good. It was good. It was a good time to do it. Actually, it was a good time to do it. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, like I said, the way you normally pull, I think you could have ended it like bam, bam, bam. Like I just do. You
The
know.
last round, I did go in for the flop.
Yeah, you made it look good. Yeah, you made it. I know, but it almost like each round, you know what I mean? And then you made a statement at, on the one round, right? So, and you know, that's good. That's good. And you know what? You're pulling up in weight, really. I mean,
Oh yeah.
what was your weight?
I was 148 that morning. I didn't really eat or drink
Was he
till after.
160?
He's in the 176 class, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, well, I don't even know. I don't even think he lost that much weight. He looked, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I don't.
like, yeah, okay, 176, 148. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's like 25 pounds on you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't feel like, personally for me at least, I don't get that much stronger. Like I've been 170 last year. I was 170. I
Yeah.
didn't. I'm stronger now than I was then. I don't really get a lot of power. I think my power is more tendon based than anything. So when I bulk up, I'm not really feeling much bit better. So I feel like if I'm at 148, I'll have better endurance, more speed than if I was at 170. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just perform better at 148 than I will at 170. I
Well,
believe.
some people do. And I also think there's a difference between 170,
Bulk
148 if you're talking, yeah, if you're talking muscle weight versus just extra water weight, body weight.
because it's always water weight if I go to 170.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, if you feel healthier and stronger, then good. But imagine if you did slowly over time, which you will, when as you age, you will. I see you being a 176er probably the 5 years from now. Like, you know what I mean? Like you will fill out a little bit, you will put on some weight. So, but it will be different. It'll be more muscle and like you said, tendon strength. And you've
That,
been pulling long enough now that I think that the tendons they're just starting to kick in, right?
oh yeah.
See, for me, all my tendons have gotten strong except for one that I've just let be injured for since I started pulling. Yeah, and I've never really taken the time, right? So I should
Now's the time.
now's the time, buddy. In 2025, I'm coming in and I'm going to be huge. because I'm not laying off the gym. I'm in the gym every day. I did 2.5 hours today. Yeah, it was all mine
Yes.
today.
I did probably an hour of table work today.
Well, I got to do the Sanders routine. So, and he does it quick, but it's like 6 exercises, 5 sets, and then I have to pick. He picks the intensity, and then I got to record them too. So
Yeah,
it takes me a while.
it's a
Yeah,
fun time.
and I have a hard time getting through it. Like by the four, sometimes by the fourth set, I want to give up and just not do anymore. It really is brutal.
That's that fifth set. That's where all the gains are, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's so hard to get. It's so hard not to just say, oh no, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
exactly.
yeah, but that's another thing too with the table time. It's hard for me. I go to the table and it's like I just worked out 2.5 hours, 3 days straight, and now I'm at practice, and it's like, So another thing is like he says, 60 only. Pull the weaker guys, you know what I mean? You don't
Yeah,
have to go all out. Yeah, let the
I'd-
tendency go.
yeah. That's what Yevgeny or Yevgeny Benzahar or whatever. I
Yeah.
forget. I don't know his name. That's what he
Oh,
was
you
posting.
talking to Eugene
Uh, is that his name? How you pronounce
from
it?
Badlands? Is that who you're talking about?
Might be. It's
Yeah,
like
he's
Y
been posting that
N
new trainer, like
H I I.
the new training guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
him. Yeah,
that's
what he was
Eugene.
posting is like the biggest thing is overdoing it in practice and going
Yeah,
too hard
yeah,
sets
yeah,
you back.
yeah. We call him Eugene. Yeah,
Eugene. Okay, yeah, I wasn't
yeah.
sure how to. Yeah.
He's a world. No, he's a Ukrainian champion, but he's really good. Like he
Oh yeah,
went. Remember in Lethbridge, he cleaned house. No, no, it was my event. He's
it was
first
your
me and
it was
Ronnie. Yeah,
last year.
yeah,
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 he did
yeah,
really good.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
he's
know. Ronnie told me he was good, and I'm like, "Who's this Eugene guy?" And then I'm watching, and then whoa, he was good. Yeah, he was really good. I mean, he pretty much smoked everybody that day. Yeah. Well, who was the okay? Let's go on to the fourth match. Was it Gubbs and Slava and Andrew? Wasn't it?
Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at some of the chat here. We just have a question, I believe. Yeah, so the next one is Gubbs and Andrew. We just have a question. Will Alberta have weight classes lighter than 70 kg? Because National has 60 and 65 kg classes, Zane Lewis is saying.
Well, I mean, it's something we're talking about. I mean, normally it's 0 to 159, and then it goes up from there, right?
The
So
72 kg.
I'm not too sure. I don't think it's hard, right? Because how many competitors are we actually going to have at that weight, right? Like, can we fill the class?
I think that's the biggest thing is I know personally 3, maybe 4 guys that'll fit that class.
Yeah, in the
5
whole
maybe
province. In the whole province.
in the whole province. Yeah, that's the main
Yeah.
thing. A lot of the guys go to the same club too. So
Hmm.
it's not like there's a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
But if there was enough
If
if
there was
enough
enough, I
people
would.
wanted to, I
Yeah,
bet you could.
yeah, I'm sure Ronnie and myself would do it if there's
Oh
enough
yeah,
of them. But we don't want to make classes just and then there's just no one in it. It's not fair to anybody. But yeah, no, for sure. I think there, as more people get into the sport and we keep growing it, I can see there being a one class under that eventually. Why not? You know?
makes sense. Even I could maybe pull on that because right now I'm even less. I'm only 68 kg myself, 67.5 kg myself right now.
Well, how old are you, Zach?
I'm
Israel.
27. I'm 27. I'm old.
Yeah.
Starting to
I know he
get
looks young, eh? Doesn't
bald and
he? Well, you must look like a kid still, buddy, because he just asked how old you were.
shave the beard off to look younger.
Does he look cute, Israel? No. No, just bugging. I don't like teasing the people in the chat.
I want to piss him off, eh?
No, no, and I watch him. He's a good arm wrestler. That guy. Yeah, yeah. I'm a big fan. Yeah, yeah. No, it's cool.
But yeah, freaking Gubbs and Andrew. Hey,
Yeah,
I said in the predictions, I said that if Gubbs could take his hand fully and get that specific lane, I think he could get a pin.
I thought he could win if he did it right, but he blew up. See, the thing is with him against stronger guys, he blows up quick.
Well, I
Like
mean, he's
you
holding
can't
off.
blame him. Look at the size of him. Yeah, I know. Like the fact he even got like he did pretty good. Yeah,
Andrew's inside power is pretty insane
it's
too. So
crazy.
the
Crazy.
problem was Gubbs is sitting there. He had everything head wise, but he didn't have a transition opening. The second he
He's
would
my press.
It's the second I could see any upward movement, you'd see Andrew ready to just
Yeah,
apply that side
yeah,
rotation, right?
yeah.
It was definitely a hard match, well fought,
Yeah. You know what I'm
but
going to say to that though? I'm going to say that's what used to happen to me. The second I try to come up to press, just because the guys are like this, I would lose too much, right?
there's too much risk. They get wrist contact. They're able to
Yeah,
drive.
but I'm going to say it again because I promote my press. Don't worry about coming up. Just hold that position, slide the elbow, and just tricep press. Now, not everyone has that kind of strength, like that strength
You
and
got to
that.
train it. You got to train it. Yeah.
I do. That's my strongest area, but I only developed it because I was getting guys and just burning out and then losing, right?
Yeah.
That's why
The down, you're like, okay, I have everything. Why can't I fucking finish? And then you're burning your
yeah.
gas and you're on your brack, and all of a sudden you're on the losing position. And
Yeah. Well, that remember were you at Black Falls when I had the super match against Jaden?
yes,
So remember round two, I went for the press, but I came right up like this, and he ended up sucking me
yeah,
out, and then he got me. Yeah, and then he got me. Yeah. So that was the last time I made that mistake. I
yeah,
changed it after that. Yeah.
doing something too early or
Yeah, yeah. Because I didn't want to lose a round. I was mad I lost a round that one. Yeah. So and then it worked good against Chris in my next super match because I just had it kind of ingrained in me, you know. So but yeah, great match. You know, I knew Andrew was gonna win. I knew it would be too much for Slava, but what a show anyway, right? Great
oh
match.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of technical ability shown. Like Slava really used his knowledge to keep him at bay and try to do everything he could. But it got to the point where it's just when you don't have enough horsepower, you don't have enough horsepower, right? You do everything right, but you just can't.
Yeah. No,
But I
exactly.
mean, he was giving up what 60 pounds, 65
Yeah.
pounds to him.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
fair enough.
Oh yeah. He won either way.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great job to both of them. I mean, Gubbs is a world class
Well,
athlete.
Andrew has jumped through leaps and bounds since he started arm wrestling. When I first met him, he was nowhere near the arm wrestler he is now.
Yeah,
Nowhere
he's
near.
really
Within a
once he gets
year,
the pound, once he gets that wrist in rotation,
yeah,
wow, he's gonna be a killer.
he's back here and he's like,
He's holding people here, and then he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like, "Wah-ta-ta."
yeah. It's
I mean,
it looks so crazy. I think his
he
arms
keeps it
snap
here.
every time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's definitely gifted in that sense.
yeah. And then the next match, which was a good match because they're so damn close. I'm pretty sure it was that match. Was it the Jackson and Kalen match?
Yes, it was, and they were saying that in the chat that Jackson,
Oh, his injury? Is there an update?
yeah, apparently he got injured. He said,
He got injured badly. He got injured pretty bad, actually.
yeah,
And it,
hands down.
so can I tell you? Wow, we'll go over the match, but I'll tell you something. I
Yeah,
got nothing but respect for Jackson. So anyway, he was down 2-1, right? And they were
yeah.
battling. They were very even, right?
It was a war, man.
Yeah. They both go into like a double kings, like weird thing. Jackson, Kalen fouls, but right when the elbow fouled, Jackson elbow pops. I felt it. I felt it. The air in the sound in the air, I felt it in my skin, his elbow popping. It was bad.
Mhm.
Anyway, so they're in straps. So we stop, right? And I mean, I know which part. It's this inner part of the elbow right here that popped in his arm. So we unstrap him. I take him to the side right away because I don't know if we need to phone the ambulance or what's happened, right? He's like, listen, it's just popped. He goes, I don't want to finish the match like this. Right. I said, I'm reffing, but I'm also, a promoter too. And
Oh yeah,
Ronnie, like,
and
me and
as a
Ron,
ref,
yeah,
safety is
yeah. So me and Ronnie are sitting there and we're both like, he's looking at me and Jackson's like, Brian, listen, I promise you I can pull. Let me just at least, if I'm going to lose, let me lose on the table. I said, you know what? I mean, a lot of guys would have said no. I said, listen, if I see you in any trouble where I think you're going to be hurt further, I said, I'm stopping it, but I'll let you. So we went back to the table. They put their elbows down, and then Jackson said, can we go without straps? And I said, unfortunately, you guys were in straps when the foul happened. The foul wasn't called at the time because his elbow popped. It's the
yeah,
only reason yeah, I was just worried about his elbow. I didn't care about who foul, what happened, right? So
yeah.
we started Kalen with one foul. We had to put him back in the straps. And they pulled, and he tried his damnedest. He tried to stay in a position where he didn't get hurt anymore, and he actually still stopped Kalen. And then Kalen ended up winning, but what a match, and so much heart to come back after popping, like literally blowing your elbow right out. He came
Yeah.
back, strapped up, and wanted to finish the match. And
And
you
he's
know
looking really orthodox when he came back too.
yeah. And a lot of people would have like maybe, said, "Oh, Brian, let him go." What kind of, what? At that level, once you become a pro in my mind, you have the right. I don't care. You have the right to break your arm if you want. And then some people will disagree with me, but I'm an arm wrestler and a ref. And yes, I will call a really, really dangerous position in the pros still if it's really bad, but it would almost have to be so bad for me to call it because
Yeah.
it's we know after years of arm wrestling, we know the risks, right?
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah. If you walk up to the table, you sign the waiver. You're in a super match, professional at least. When I say professional, I mean as long as it's not you've both been pulling for a while. That's
yeah.
the same thing as what I'm saying.
Well,
You both know there's you respect each other. You understand there's a risk there for injury on both sides, right?
well, yeah, and you know what I'm saying because you've been robbed before. So
Oh, I've been there.
you've been there, where, like when we start as refs, like, listen, if you're an amateur and I see something unsafe, I stop it immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. I won't even question. I'll just stop it. But you know what? There's sometimes like super matches. Once you start super matching, I would say super matches aren't for amateurs. If you're an amateur, just do the tournaments, learn how to pull. When you decide to start stepping up and doing super matches, I'm gonna look at you as a pro.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
like the next step type of thing. Yeah, it's
it
more
really
dangerous.
is.
I think it's more dangerous because you got someone who's picking you apart, someone who's studying you, someone's going to put you in your most vulnerable position, your weakest, going to make you fight your hardest. You know,
Yeah.
if it's good even match, right?
Yep. No, I agree. And yeah, I just thought what a match, like just a lot of heart, I would probably do the same thing. I show the same kind of heart on the table, so I can relate. So I thought it was really good.
And I mean, speaking of, I know we spoke about Jackson and everything, but Kalen did a lot better than he did at East versus West as well.
Oh yeah.
He was able to maintain more height when he was coming down. He wasn't
Yeah, going
dropping
for
his
the
body
goal.
as much.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
I
he was
agree.
locking here
And
and
he
kind
was
of
keeping
pulling
his
more.
shoulder. I was
He's gonna,
watching him. Yeah, I
yeah,
was watching him, making sure he didn't dip below the table.
yeah, he
And
did a
he
really
did
good
a
job of
really good job. There was
it.
people complaining, telling me to get him to stand up. I'm like, his shoulders above it's
Yeah,
above. I'm
it was
not.
it was great. It was perfect.
Yeah,
It
he was
posted.
good. There was only one time I said you got to come up a bit. That was it.
But I
Yeah.
mean, that happens when you kind of go on the defense. Sometimes you kind of rock around, right?
Yep.
He
Yep.
wasn't diving under the table at any point. He would post with it, and then he would recollect. He'd post, kind of recollect, go, and he'd
Yep.
recollect. And it was nice. It was really good. It was nice to
Oh,
see.
he's improving. That guy doesn't miss a practice. Every time I go,
Oh, you can
Kalen's at
tell.
practice. Yeah. He really, 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 really wants to get better. I love his family too. Did you see at East versus West?
Yeah, it's
That was
awesome. So
nice.
much support.
That was awesome. Did you see his face on a sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you see that? Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, that was awesome.
You can't. Hey, I'll tell you what. You got that behind you. You can't lose.
Yeah, no, I
Even
know.
if you lose the match, you're going home a winner, man.
Yeah, yeah, I
You got
agree.
that many people, that much people coming to care about you, and
Oh,
got your back. Like you're good.
yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, and then there was one last match. It was Thomas again with Dan. And
Thomas and Dan.
he's getting good, man.
It
He's
went the way we thought. We both gave Dan the slight advantage.
yeah, but he was dominant. And not only that, he's actually gotten really good. Like he's really put in the work.
Yeah, his cup was just like I thought it was going to be, just really superb.
Yeah,
Thomas tried. I'm just watching round two right now.
yeah,
Thomas really tried, but it was Thomas was always playing catch up to Daniel's hand.
yeah,
Daniel was slowly cupping in. Thomas was trying different angles as it went, and eventually he'd get the whole thing. So it was
yeah.
hard. It's hard to arm wrestle when someone's shutting down your whole arm too, because you can't really use your arm if they're bending
Disabling.
your arm.
Yeah,
Frustrating for Thomas, I can imagine, because he could probably feel he was close to getting connection at some points, but Daniel just had so much cupping strength, and maybe it's side pressure. I only pulled him to one time, but I know he has a lot of power in a certain lane that just Thomas really couldn't let's get anything set, locked, or anything
It's to the back of the pad, actually. It's like
to
a
the back of the pad. Yeah.
yeah, it's like
At,
this way.
at one point, I think it was the third round. I think Thomas kind of got a little bit of something, but
Yeah.
it was just a slightly dumped cup from Daniel, and it just wasn't moving. It was sitting right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it helps with you watching it. I'm just going off memory.
Oh yeah, yeah. The third round, Thomas went in. He got a pretty good drive. He got close to the pad, and he put his foot up. But then Dan just recollects, starts to rotate very slowly. Just starts to Thomas starts to go more on the just pure bicep, kind of kicking his wrist out. And then yeah, Daniel just starts going to work, cracking the wrist, cracking the wrist. And then I think he comes in for the press and just finishes it. Pronated press real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good effort by Thomas. I mean, Thomas tried pretty much everything he could
Well,
there
yeah.
from the angle.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
underneath almost the whole time, so it's hard to get any leverage, any grip, and great on Daniel. Just out
Yeah.
technical him. You know, that's not how you do that, but
If you read the chat, you know who says he trained him. Ronnie. Ronnie trained Dan. That explains everything. Actually, yeah, Ronnie's been showing me some stuff. He actually knows a lot. He's been pulling. You know what? I make the mistake sometimes with smaller guys because I'm so physically stronger that I don't really take for how much knowledge they could have. Like I learned so much from everybody now. And even Ronnie, like he on my left, I suck with my left. He showed me one little thing. Next thing you know, I'm pinning a guy that just pinned me 20 times, So yeah, I can see him rubbing off on Dan for sure. And that's another thing too. I'm gonna start pulling left. Watch out.
oh really?
Double trouble. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I'm only pulling left in practice right now. Yeah, because I'm letting my right heel.
Letting it kind of heal up as you go. That's
Yeah.
fair. I can
Yeah.
see
I'm,
that.
I'm still training it. I'm doing all the arm wrestling specifics. I'm in the gym every day. But my left for now until my back, I'll pull on the right, but I'll be pulling smaller guys that I can just hold and teach. Or I'll go on the right just to show somebody something if I'm trying to teach them something. But I'm not gonna pull more than 50% on my right for a while.
That's
Probably probably July 1st. If we go down, that will be my coming out would be July 1st. So we'll see. And if it's healed, boy, if it's healed, bam, touching sideways. I'm just gonna blast sideways on whoever's on the other side of the table is gonna feel it. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, no good super matches. I liked them all. Like they were all interesting. And I thought
it was fun to watch them. It was fun to
yeah,
be a part of it. Honestly,
yeah.
I had a great day.
Well, that's good. Because that's all we want, right? We just want to
Oh
put
yeah,
on a good day for everybody.
and it was a fundraiser, so it was nice to freaking
Yeah, raise some money for the food
nice
bank.
to.
Yeah.
I heard there was some really good donations as well, so I'm glad to hear that.
Oh yeah. I mean, the food too, they put on the food, so then all the money for the food went to the food bank. And
That's awesome.
yeah, like I'm sitting here sneaking in food while we're doing a
And
podcast.
just,
Yeah, like yeah.
is it going to be like an annual thing, fundraiser?
Yep. This is the second year. This was the second year we did it. I wasn't a part of it the first year. Like I competed in the first one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got second place in whatever division I pulled.
Nice.
Yep.
I wasn't able to make it, but
Yep.
a lot of the time I can't make it to the Calgary stuff. But
I lost to Mike Rooney in that one. Yeah.
hey, man, that'll happen.
He's
Some guys.
he's a strong dude. He's a strong dude, man. Yeah, strong dude. But I got something for him next time. So
Yeah, Ronnie says he's going to keep sharing all those European secrets to get more super matches going.
yeah.
Perfect. That's what we want to see.
He's gonna get. Hey, we might have some surprise names coming and doing seminars here soon. So
There you go. Right.
it's gonna be pretty good. And that's another thing too. There's gonna be seminars every other month. So it's gonna be
Awesome.
here in the future. It's gonna be an event one month. The next month we're probably gonna do a seminar, and sometimes with two people, depending, right? And then the next month will be an event, and we locked in East versus West in 2025.
Awesome.
Yeah, buddy. And it's going to be huge, huge.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get all the, like, I'm going to send the invites all the way. I think Montana, they didn't do one. They need to come to Calgary and do the
Yeah,
East.
100%. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, like because they had nothing within their area from what I heard, from what I was told, and we're only 4.5 hours away from a good
Not
portion.
long at all, man. That's not long
No,
at all.
I drove 6 hours to Hinton, right? For
Yeah.
basketball. Yeah. So, it'd be nice to see those guys come down and, I think next year we did do there was 3 events back to back in 2 or 3 weeks. And I think that actually I was still surprised at the talent we had at East versus West and the talent we got going to Florida next week is we got a real good shot in Florida with some of the guys. We got who do we got? We got Dustin Houghton. He's going to be down there. Byron Cahoon, he qualified. He's just a powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unless they know how to pull him, if they just go into his power, he's going to do good. You got Leia's she's going competing in multiple classes, and she's very talented. Trying to think who Victor Belov, and look how good he performed at the Valor tournament.
Well, I was gonna say we should talk about some of the standout
Yeah.
athletes.
Oh,
At
that's what
the
I'm gonna
tournament.
lead. Yeah, I was kind of leading into it. Like,
Perfect. Yeah.
yeah.
Before we touch on
Yeah,
that,
so,
Ronnie
yeah.
was just kind of adding on to what you were saying there in the chat. He was saying that from now on, you guys will be putting on the East versus West qualifier exclusively. So they'll have to come here, or wherever it's going to be, right?
That's what we want. Anyway, that's what we want.
More unified, more competition for everyone. Gives people more time to train. Kind of locks everything else down for other events as well, right? Makes everything more orderly. I think
I think so.
better for everyone.
And I mean, just we have so much talent here, man. Like,
Oh yeah. I want to see some more of the top names having some big matches.
I
Maybe the
know.
Leeches having some more matches. Always fun to watch them pull.
Oh, they're crazy to watch. I love watching them pull. Yeah. I
They
don't know them.
represent Alberta well.
Yeah, they're very elusive to get to know. But you know what? I love the guys. I think they pull amazing. They put so much heart and they put everything into their arm wrestling. And I
Well,
mean,
it shows the dedication they have. When someone's willing to
yeah.
put all of that in there, they've gone through a lot of training to trust it, right?
Well,
And
yeah.
I hear.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, and now we got a lot of, and then Sergey might be moving here, or I think he is. I mean, that's going to be a game changer too for the level here because it's not just going to be Matt; we're going to have another one at that level, right? So it'd be good for Matt too. It'd be really good.
Well,
But
100%. I mean,
yeah, and
wouldn't
then
hurt.
yeah, so getting back to the Valor tournament, Victor. Before I get to Greg, because I was so impressed by Greg this weekend. But Victor, yeah, man, like, and I'm surprised he pulled because he's in Florida in 2 weeks. So
Yeah,
I
and pretty sure Ali Himadea posted a video of him practice pulling the day after too. So he's
yeah,
getting as much as he can get in before the
well,
freaking
I
they
think
go.
he's setting up his deload right to be totally healed for Florida.
Yeah, so he's just
But I,
trying to push it to the max and then just
yeah, but things are coming together for him, right? Like
he was looking strong.
he's looking good. Like he even slowed down. Like he held Greg for a little tiny bit before he got pinned. But I was even surprised at that. I know the strength. Greg's strength in his left is stupid. I mean, at least
Oh,
he stopped him right for a little bit. So that surprised me. That surprised me.
oh yeah, 100%. You take two of
Yeah.
me, you get one Greg Deneen.
Oh, maybe three of you.
Maybe three.
Maybe three. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 You
Power,
know.
maybe four.
You know what? I'd like to see Greg against somebody that can at least,
That'd be
you
awesome.
know, the thing is, I think he's stronger than most people on the left. I
Do
really
you
do.
think he'd be good match against Porkchop?
Yeah, I do.
I think that'd be a really good match
I'm
because I know
not, I
Porkchop
don't know.
pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know where Greg's technical level is, but his strength is, I promise you, it's there.
I don't know if he needs the technical level.
I don't know if he needs it either. That's and I don't, he might have it. I don't know
Yeah,
because the thing is, he's so much stronger. I can't tell.
you can't tell, right? The guy's like
Hmm.
it's like me pulling you. I can't tell.
Yeah, well, that's just
I
it,
can
right?
barely grip
There's such
around
a
your
difference.
hand to start.
Yeah, well, my hand saves me a lot on the table, right? But then there's certain guys that it doesn't matter, right? They have just as big of a hand as me.
That's
And
where
that's when yeah. So, but yeah, and I keep trying to get it bigger, so it's still growing.
oh yeah, Greg did really good at the tournament as well.
Mhm.
Steamroll like a monster.
Steamrolled, yeah. And I mean, I didn't even see anybody even Like, I didn't even think anybody could do it.
Victor stopped him like a centimeter from the pad for a
Just to see if
couple.
he could, just to see if he
Yeah,
could. Yeah,
he just held it there as long as he could. Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
But
clean sweep. Really.
I didn't see anybody be. I knew no one was going to touch Greg. You know,
Yeah,
and he didn't even really like. It's not. I didn't. He didn't even look like he was really trying. Even like when Victor was holding him, he was very composed. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, very composed. So, I mean, I'm
100%.
sure he could
And
have
he
ran.
never lost. Like he never took a step back. Like when he was down here near the pin line, it wasn't like he was starting to lose anything. He was still
Oh
gaining.
no, no. Well, see, I think I know I can't speak for him, and I know he's probably in the chat, but I know that his injury really plays on you, right? Like he had that severe injury on his right, and I'm sure even on his left, even though he's that much stronger and stuff, I'm sure he's just taking it easy. He's still got it in the back of his mind, right? That because these injuries they trauma us, right? I did the same
100%.
thing, yeah. Like when I ripped the left bicep tendon when I started arm wrestling, it was like 47% tear. It traumed me. Like I it was 14 months before I even put my left on the table. Right. So
Yeah, yeah. It takes a lot. I'm glad there was no besides Jackson, no major injuries. I don't know how major Jackson's injury is. I don't know if it's what
uh,
exactly happened.
I've seen the injury. It's usually a 6 month before you're back to full. It
Ooh,
takes a bit.
okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery for him.
Yeah. With good rehab and blood flow, he might be in a few months be able to get it back. So I mean, doing nothing. My son did the same thing, and he was pulling me at practice, and my son had the same injury, but it was 6 months, and it's still not right. Like it's still not right.
I'm lucky I was either I conditioned myself over my life or I was just born with iron elbows, man. I'm just lucky that I haven't wrecked myself because I've done a lot of heavy inside elbow based
Yeah.
pulling before that usually will wreck somebody. So I just got lucky, I
Yeah,
guess.
but well, it can either wreck you or if you ride that fine line and you
I
heal,
guess, yeah, it
it becomes so
makes you
strong.
stronger.
Well,
Yeah.
look at Todd Hutchings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Even in 2006, the guy was pulling like a madman.
well, from what I heard, he was at Vitacell and they they wanted to give him stem cells and shit, and he was like, "Why? I don't have any injuries. My tendons
Well,
are."
yeah, stem cells aren't going to magically make you better. They're just going to heal you to where you.
Well, heal you, but he does the conduit method, the West Side barbell, but he converted it into arm wrestling, and his JM presses. And I know because I was doing the JMs, and guess whose elbows never get bad? My elbows never bug me ever. They just don't. It's my brachialis that always gets me. So
I'm starting to feel that now, pulling
yeah,
more
yeah, it's
back
pulling
boost. I'm
more.
feeling
Yeah,
it on the back, and
yeah, you can. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
and
Yeah,
it's not just the back. It's my back and everything connecting all the way down.
it goes from your thumb all the way from my thumb all the way into my shoulder. Is mine. Yeah, because I that's the way I pull. Right. I like to use riser, back pressure. I do a lot of lat. Like I like a lot of lat. I really like the back pressure. I like side pressure too. I'm actually strong
Oh,
both ways.
sure.
Yeah, I'm strong
100%.
sideways and back. Yeah, so I think it's
That's where
good
it
to actually work both.
becomes like a balancing act once you start to get both. I'm just getting more back pressure now, but I used to substitute with a lot of down pressure instead of back pressure,
Yeah,
or just push down instead of pull back.
yeah, yeah,
But
for sure.
it starts to become a fine line where if I start to use too much back pressure, I start to lose my ability to like as if I'm back pressuring, but I'm not bringing them with me, I'm getting
Yeah,
less and less ability to be side pressure based.
yeah. Well, see, I
I
used to
really
ride.
want to come back like this, but I end up coming back slowly like
Yeah,
this. So
yeah.
even if I do get some back, I lose
You
more
lose
side
a
pressure
little. You lose a
right
little
now.
bit. Yeah,
So it's almost better for me not to use back still, but it's getting better. It's getting better. So
yeah, yeah.
always got to progress, right?
I used to be all back pressure, and then guys would carve in, and they'd get me sideways on my bicep, and then I'd get beat. So I just said, So I started trying to side pressure equally. And not only that, you always comes down to side pressure anyway, because you can have the back pressure and disable the hand, but you need side pressure to finish.
Yeah,
Right.
you do. You
You
do.
just need it. Yeah. And that's why I was always struggling. I'd get the hand, get everything, get close, and I wouldn't finish it. Right. So
Yeah, you need because I mean this ulnar deviation,
yep.
this is basically side pressure, and when you're at the bottom, it's if you're here, If you just had a little more of this, you'd
A
probably
little
have
more
it.
of that. Yeah,
The side
exactly.
pressure helps a lot, yeah.
Huge.
And I'll be honest, a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that talk about training and stuff, they
Yeah.
say I don't train enough near the bottom. Like not me, they just say they don't,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well,
I
no,
don't think I do either. I train a lot up top near center and stuff and coming
yeah.
over, but not necessarily right at the bottom to finish.
Well, one thing, me and Jared do a lot of pulling, right? And we train every position. So we start very center statically, and I like to hold them for like usually I hold Jared for about 10 minutes, right? And then I start burning out. But we'll do like you know what I mean? I'll start burning out. He's got way more endurance than I got. But what we do is we do back pressure and we also do holds where I'll hold him an inch from the pad and I'll hold him as long as I can, and then I'll make him hold me at an inch from the pad as long as he can. Like I won't try to pin him. I'll just enough pressure to where I'm at an inch from the pad, and then we count to 30, right? And I think it's really important to, yeah, definitely, you know what I mean? Practice, yeah, and about an inch from the pad. Because if you're never training near the pad, remember Paul Lynn last podcast?
Yeah,
What did he
of
say?
course.
Yeah, he explained that against Sasho. He trained so much center table, he never actually thought about training that inch from the pad,
That
right?
inch pad, which some believe it or not, it's almost like you either equally burn or almost burn yourself more when you're an inch from the pad and the other person's sitting here. It's almost
Yeah,
like you're using more musculature, so you're burning yourself out more. Not all the time, obviously, if you're in control, but if you're not in control and you actually can't finish, you
yeah.
might be burning yourself out more, and then eventually you'll get put on your back, like we were saying. Yeah,
Well, yeah, a lot of times too. I mean, look at Dale and Andrew. Dale should have won that match, but Dale had no transition. So he had him. Andrew was just holding forever.
yeah,
And
and then eventually Dale got pushed over onto the back,
bam.
and
Yep.
once it's here, it's usually really quick to the pad.
Yep. Because Dale actually looked super strong on the weekend. But the thing is, he didn't have that transition. He didn't have the transition. And you know what? Against somebody like Andrew, you got to. I mean, I seen him hold Hugh and win, and that blew me away because usually if Hugh gets you close to the pad, you're done, right?
We
So
got a couple people in chat here talking.
yep,
Seeing here, they're saying that Pork Chop won
he did.
stuff
He
a
did
couple years
nationals
ago and
2 years
stuff.
ago.
And
Yep.
Greg said the past is irrelevant in arm wrestling. And to touch on that, I agree because I mean, not all the time. Obviously, there's some times where it's like, yeah, you can see this what this guy's done, but it's is he consistent? Did he do something and not pull for 2 years and then you know
Mhm.
what I mean? You don't know where his level is because just because 2 years ago he was here, he might be down here now. You can't get a
Yeah.
gauge of where someone's at. It's better to go with their most recent match or it's hard to really gauge, but I wouldn't go off of
Yep.
2 years at least. Like maybe the past 3 months is a good gauge. Any more than that, I've changed a lot in the past 3 months, is why I say it. I've
Yep.
changed a lot. So a lot can happen in 3 months. So I wouldn't,
Again.
yeah. And I mean, Greg is looking really, really strong. I've seen Pork Chop pull before, and what I was seeing from Greg last time I saw Greg pull, man, was looking really good. Like
Yeah, oh yeah.
and I'm telling you, man, I saw a lot of power from Greg, like scary power, man. Like I
He's
think
got
he's,
scary
I
power.
think he's got that. I think he's honestly at that level. I think he's
Yeah.
at that level with Pork Chop. I think he is.
Yeah, with his left, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I feel like a baby again. I'm a big, strong guy. And really, I'm like, Greg, I can't even help you in practice. I know I got nothing for you, buddy. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. I mean, one day, maybe one day, because I'm working on the left now, but right now, no, no, nothing. Yeah. So, yeah,
who
Bird,
is the one left in Canada right now?
I don't know.
Devin,
Well,
Matt,
Devin,
SB.
Matt. I think Matt and Devin are always going to be 1 and 2 for now, anyway.
Okay, so Devin, Matt, then SB.
May no, I don't.
That
I won't give it to SB. I'll say I no, I won't say SB right now.
who'd be three then?
Pork chop, maybe.
Pork
Or
Chop maybe.
I don't even know. Heidebrecht, maybe. I'm not sure who the best lefties are in Canada, but I know that I don't give it to SB anymore. I don't think SB's fallen off. I haven't even
I
seen
mean,
him.
when was the last time SB had a left arm match besides Devin that was against someone who could show his level?
Well, he had a match at Knuckles Up, didn't he? And he lost. I'm
And
trying to
he
think of
lost.
who was it
Yeah,
again?
but who did he pull the knuckles up again? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Wasn't Corey West.
I'd have to look it up. I'd have to look it up, but I just don't. I haven't seen him get a W in a long time on either arm.
Yeah, and honestly, yeah, I like what Ronald's saying here. Uh, he's saying that he sent Porkchop a bunch of handles to train with, but he's saying that once Surrey refines Greg, there won't be any chance.
Yeah, I know that.
No, I'm actually,
Listen,
I
it's
believe in
true.
that.
It's
I
true.
mean, it's probably really true.
Well,
'Cause-
Sergey's coming he's coming to help us all out, man. And he's got a wicked training regimen, man. He used to be a tall, like a skinny dude, man, like just a little guy, and he's built himself up. And I mean, we've seen his match with Matt, right? So,
Oh yeah, great match. One
Yeah,
of the
great
best matches of last year. Maybe the best match of last year.
I think it
honestly.
was. I think it was.
Besides the Ermies and Levon, that was more of like
Yeah,
a defining moment, but that
Yeah,
was just
I
a
think-
really overall good match.
Yeah, Matt and Sergey was probably had to be one of the top ones last year for sure.
Maybe the closest match of last year, maybe the closest. It was
so
down
close.
to the wire. It was down
Yeah.
to just, you know.
Yeah, I do. And I still think it could have been Matt's. He just made a mistake in the last round. Yeah.
Oh yeah, could have been either of them, is how I see it, especially at
Yep.
the end there.
Yeah,
Just
and I think if they did it again, it'd be go. I don't know.
it'd be good. It'd be a good match to
I
see
think it
again.
go either way. If they arm wrestle, I think they can go either
I mean,
way.
Sergey's done really good recently as well, and so has Matt. They're both from that match they had. They've both done really good after that match. So I think they both grew from that. They both pushed themselves to their absolute maximum and kind of got a new respect for each other and maybe respect for themselves in certain areas, right?
Well, they did a seminar together. When do you see two guys like that do a seminar together? That I mean, I, I'm not just gloating because Ronald and me put that on, but to have Matt
awesome, yeah.
and to have Sergey and Matt come together, that was awesome, man. It was awesome. And I mean, I have all the footage. I have the whole thing recorded, the whole seminar. So, like the knowledge is there forever now, right? So, yeah, it's amazing. So I don't know. Did you really quick? I'm just gonna check my messages here.
Yeah, for sure.
Might be able to give a shout out for tomorrow, depending on what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, big stuff happening this weekend. It's gonna be quite freaking, man.
There's a chance that sounds funny. There's a chance we'll have Chance on tomorrow night.
There's a chance. Chance Shaw will be on tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's a chance we got Chance. So
the chance it might be tomorrow. The chance it might be Thursday-ish. We're not sure.
Well, I did get a message from Dakota. He said he can't make it tomorrow, unfortunately, but he'll if he gets in, I'll give him your email. So sounds like we could have him on, or maybe we can set it up on maybe Friday. I don't know. Thursday is a kind of busy day. We'll see though. Yeah. But hopefully we get a chance on this week one way or another. And yeah, there's a lot of discussion there. That'd be a really good podcast.
A lot of stuff going on that questions got to be asked.
Yep,
answers have to be heard.
And then there's also the East versus West, the main qualifier coming up, which I mean I'm very interested in it because we got a lot of our guys going there, and my mind's heavily invested in that qualifier. Like, should be really good. It's in Orlando, Florida. Hopefully everyone checks it out, and I'm hoping it motivates people. And next year we can get a lot more people in these qualifiers.
Oh yeah, we should. I mean,
yeah.
I think by then as well, it'll be much more renowned. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it'll be. We can't wait for this Armfinity tournament. It's gonna be awesome. They have so many, and they're so awesome.
Yeah.
It'll just be another one of those things that they're just waiting to do.
Yeah. Well, it's just to get us on the map too. Like our guys, we didn't talk about it, but we were going to do it. We never had the podcast to talk about it. But this event coming up in May at Ian's thing, somebody that's in that event that I really wanted at the qualifier, but he didn't make it because he pulled in Hinton the week before, is Josh Bellin.
Yes, Josh Bellin.
His breakout match is against Rick Heidebrick in May at MAC championship.
That's gonna be a freaking crazy match, man.
Oh yeah, that's the match, buddy. I know. I'm really interested in it, and I really do think that Josh is going to pound Rick. But that's
Well,
yeah.
maybe we can talk to Josh, maybe get him on to see what he's thinking about the match, how he
Yeah,
feels.
yeah. Actually, you know what? And that would be good. Maybe next week, Josh, if you're watching,
Yeah,
because I know you watch sometimes, you should get on here. We can talk about it because
love to hear about it.
and
Love to
actually,
hear.
Sean's got a match too, and Dakota's got a
Yep, we
match.
got to get Sean on 100%.
Yeah,
I want to get all the Alberta pullers that are
yeah.
going. I mean, I pretty much want to get any Alberta puller that's having a match on here. You know,
Yeah, and I want to start
spread
actually.
the word. And,
Yeah, and anybody watching this, if you're from Alberta, actually, you know what? You're from Canada, you're from the States. I don't even care where you are. If you're an arm wrestler and you ever want to come on and talk with us, just send us a message. You can find me on Facebook. You can find Zach on Facebook. Uh, just message us because we just want to talk to arm wrestlers and we want to give a platform for people that don't always have a platform, right?
yeah.
So
You know, I didn't have a platform.
no, neither did I. Now we do. You
Well,
know,
nobody knows you, but you
yeah,
really are passionate about something. It's hard to
it
find an
is.
outlet, right? So
It is. It is.
nice. I
That's
mean, this is an outlet for anyone who wants to come on, right?
Yep, yep. And I mean, I won't ever turn anybody away. Like I might have to wait a week before I get you on, but yeah, we get on and talk and like that's one thing, I would like to that's why I try to get the big names right now. I'm inviting a lot of the big names because it's not that I feel like we have to do that. It's just if we get more viewers, more subscribers. Then what we can do is when we bring on our local guys that we know are good, that just haven't had an opportunity yet,
Yeah,
we can give them a platform and they can have a viewing audience because
exactly.
that's like our whole purpose of doing this podcast. When me and you first started talking, that's what we wanted, just to give guys a platform, right? So it's getting there, it's going to grow. And yeah, yeah, maybe like I said, we get Chance on, we'll have a good talk, and then next week we'll try to get some of our local guys that are going to have matches here soon on the channel. Josh, Sean, Dakota. Yeah, there's all kinds of names that I'd like
Oh,
to
it's
bring.
tons of guys, tons of
Yeah,
guys.
tons. I can just sit here and ramble off names. Actually, good. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and it's cool that it's cool to know these guys and know a bit about them and watch
yeah.
them pull and kind of be oh well, wow, you know, see what they're
Well,
doing. And
yeah.
all of them.
Well, and we know the level too, right? Like I
That's
know.
another thing. Yeah, when you know these guys, you know their level. So when they're beating these guys
Yeah,
that everyone's saying are these super elite guys, you're like, wow, this guy is super elite, right?
yeah. Like like I watch Arm Wars sometimes, and I see the guys that get an opportunity on there, and I'm like, we got like 20 of those guys that I can just send right now from Alberta. Easy, maybe more. Like I know I can just start plucking from a hat and send guys that would all be good enough to pull at Arm Wars. Like
100%. I mean, that'll give great matches too, like charisma. Lots of guys
yeah.
with great charisma.
Oh yeah. Oh
They know how
yeah.
to make a show. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to be an asshole, but if you
No.
are, that's fine too sometimes.
Well, sometimes just being humble. Like we just had Paul Lynn on. He's one of my favorite arm wrestlers. He's the nicest fucking dude I've ever met in my life.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah. So
he's cool to sit and listen
yeah,
to.
he's like the George St. Pierre of arm wrestling. Paul Lynn. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really good. He's knowledgeable, really nice,
Oh, he's a nice guy. I'd
easy to
rather have him
chat
as a
with,
friend.
and
Yeah,
you can tell he's got a lot of passion.
he
Passion
does.
for the sport. Because, like he was saying, he's did football his whole life, and then he's like, "Well, I can't do football anymore. I'll be a coach and I'll be a trainer. And how can I get back in?" Right? He was
Yeah.
able to get back in and be part of a, on a playing level. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, I know. Because actually, that last podcast actually was like, I watched it again afterwards, and I was just like, I was really, really happy. I mean, like he shared everything. Like he shared his whole deload. He shared so much with people. Like, if anybody watching didn't see that podcast and you want to learn about prepping for an event like a match or a tournament, he explained everything on that one. And I'm going to be thinking about that when I'm preparing for a match now. I'll be going back and listening to it again and trying to set up a proper deload to the match.
I'm having a stroke in the chat here trying to type, but
Yeah. If I don't always acknowledge the chat, guys, I'm slow. So don't get
I
mad.
try to keep an eye on it. I was just telling
I
Kylan
do look at it. Yeah.
Kylan's doing real good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did you say Kyle?
Kylan,
Oh yeah,
Kalen,
of course.
Kalen,
Kalen.
Kylan,
It's
that's
Kalen.
frick.
Yeah, it's Kalen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's okay. No, he is good. You know what? And he's passionate and he listens and he's easy to teach stuff to.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, super
Yeah.
nice guy. Super nice guy.
Oh yeah, I'll be working with him. Yeah, I'll be working with that
150. Oh my god.
150
He's going
pounds,
to my weight. I gotta watch out.
350. No, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wish I weighed 350, man. I'd be massive.
Oh, you'd be a big ball of fat.
Dude, I would be so
Yeah. Yeah.
I look like Butterbean.
Butterbean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read my mind actually.
Yeah. Well, Butterbean's short like me, so makes
Yeah, yeah.
sense.
He's making a comeback. I just seen a big thing. He's like, yeah, he's using crutches and shit, and they're like, Butterbean's making a comeback. I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it was a joke, but it was on Facebook the other day as a meme or something.
So when can the people expect the next tournament or the next something from our Infinity?
Well, we're always working on the next one. The next thing we're working on right now is going to be a seminar, and then June we're looking at a big super match event at the Deerfoot Inn and Casino again.
Gotcha.
But I mean, not enough. We don't have enough in stone to announce. But there's
Gotcha.
definitely, yeah, and then it'll be another seminar, and then another one. We'll definitely have another tournament before the end of summer, and seminar is going to keep coming. We're just going to keep contacting these guys and we're going to keep pounding out the seminars. So
Awesome.
yeah, so yeah, I know sometimes it seems like all of a sudden 3 weeks we're posting 3 weeks from now seminar, but you know what? If we get access to like some high level pullers and we can bring them in, even if it is 3 weeks, we're going to do it. And
100%. It is what it is. I
it
mean,
is what it is.
people are working on they get lives and stuff, so I mean, it is what it is. But 3 weeks is enough time for most people, right?
Yep. Yeah. Ronnie in the chat posted. Yeah. And that it is. They're sending 12 guys. They're sending Uzbekistan is supposed to be sending 12 guys, and we need 12 guys to take matches. So, and there might be some high level dudes. We're getting the info on these guys now. And when we know, we can, because we want to represent here too, right? So we want to set up the matches properly. So we need to know their level, their weight,
Yeah,
everything about them, right? So
100%, 100%.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. See, I keep looking at the chat now.
Yeah, listen there.
But I'm not a multitasker. So all of a sudden I go, I can't do both things, right? So that's why it's good you're looking. Yeah, yeah.
It's a little hard, but I try to focus more on listening than reading. So I
Yeah.
have to reread it 4 times, but I'm listening. I just have to read it.
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. For sure. Well, I don't know. Is there anything we didn't cover? I mean, we did cover the tournament. There was a lot of standouts. I mean, was that
Yeah.
you know who was a standout, even though like he's from the Airdrie Club, but Mika
I was gonna say Mika and Cody pulled a lot. Both of
and
those guys
Cody.
pulled a lot.
Cody, you know what? I'm impressed with Cody. You know what? He's come a long way, and he's
Guy has no quit. I mean, he was pulling 4 freaking classes, and his hand was burnt by like the second class, and he didn't quit. He was pulling just off of bicep and just sheer willpower alone. Just
and that's good, and that's why he's leveling up so much. He's putting in
yeah.
so much work now. You know what I mean? And he's
You want to be a top guy, you got to pull like a top guy.
and when he's healing, he's getting that much stronger. Like now, like I haven't pulled him in 2 months, but he's feeling strong now. Where I'm like, for a while there, I could just hold him and just like do play and let him work. Now I'm like trying against him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
And that Mika guy,
strong, and Mika's just a side pressure powerhouse.
that guy has crazy fundamentals, man. Holy crap!
And he's just natural. He doesn't even
Yeah,
he hasn't had much training. He's just new.
he just fundamentally just has that fundamental strength that's just perfect for arm wrestling.
And and his side pressure is just crazy. Like just crazy.
He's fast, he's strong, he can hold it. He has everything really when you think about it. He's got no glaring flaw genetically, and yeah.
He's like a Khaled. He's like the Canadian Khaled.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a crazy good endurance. That was the biggest thing is he was up there sweat pouring off him and he wasn't showing any signs of stopping. Like he got slower as it went, but he didn't give up at all. Like there was no quit.
Tendons are strong naturally, like strong tendon.
If he keeps pulling like that, oh my goodness, I don't know what's going to happen in a couple of years. He might.
What if he starts training with the right? If he starts training with the right people, from what I heard, though, he's coming to Calgary and he's going to start working with us. Yeah, wait till we start showing him proper technique and stuff. This guy's going to be something, believe me. Oh yeah, Yeah, and he has a buddy there, the big tall buddy of his, pinned Ryan Espy last year at the Calgary Paul's Pizza tournament. And I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him. But I think their amateur days are done. Mika can't pull amateur anymore. He's too good. I
Yeah,
watched.
I mean, he was that type of display. It's hard to justify being an amateur.
Well, he won the pro. I think he won it, didn't he?
I with one of the arms, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean,
First or second? Did he beat Brent Bellamy?
yeah,
Yeah. Then yeah, he got first.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. And Brent, what a
Freaking-
comeback for Brent, though. Brent actually,
Yeah,
guy.
great job for Brent. I mean,
Great job. Yeah. You know what? I think he was in his head. I think he's starting to get out of his head now.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brent was just in his head. That's it. Brent's an amazing puller. He's an amazing puller, but when he gets in his head, it shows. You know what I mean? And I think that loss to Jared in the summer just kind of lit a fire under his ass now too, because he's looking kind of massive. He's in the gym. Oh, and Mitch is another one too. Mitch has impressed me a lot this year. Yeah, yeah. He's from the Calgary club, and like it was only about a year ago. I didn't like. I was just like, you got to start competing, man. And then now he's last few tournaments he's went, and yeah, he almost beat Byron at the East versus West.
Yeah, I saw he
Game of war.
meeting him last year, and he was pulling Cody a lot last year.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, he's looking a lot like he was fast before,
yeah.
but he's looking way faster. Like he's
in the gym now, dude. He's getting big.
He's fast. Like he's thick and like
Yeah.
he's thick guy, but he is really fast.
Fast, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Getting better every time.
I just don't, yeah, like I think we've pretty much covered everything. I just worried that I missed somebody that it was a standout.
There's probably some more that were standouts. It's just hard to remember. It was a long day.
Yeah, it was for me too. I was on my feet all day that day. It was brutal. I'm gonna make sure I got enough reps next. I want to enjoy. I want to actually take in and enjoy the next event. Actually, I'm
100%.
I'm sick of reffing and you know what I mean, and not get to enjoy it. I mean, I like reffing. Don't get me wrong. I'll always do it, but when it's our event, I'd like to be able to take a pass on it if I can. You know,
That's fair. Get more of the spectator and
yeah, but it was kind of nice actually because we got to train some young guys, and that Dan, the one that had the super match, he down repped with me, and you know what? He learned a lot. So,
what's that? Cole Mankey, that guy. He's
Cole. Oh, Cole's got a hit.
he-
He's got a hit on him, man.
I'm telling you, I pulled him 2 years ago. I pulled him last year, and I pulled him a few months ago.
Yeah.
He is freaking like
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll pull him one time, it'll be his cup that's crazy. The next time it'll be his back pressure's crazy, and now his hit's crazy, and now like that kid knows a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Ronnie just called out Francis. Francis is part of the Calgary club. I call him Frenchie.
Saint Hilaire, I believe his name is.
Yeah,
Saint Hilaire.
that guy, he hasn't been pulling very long. He has improved like so much. So
I remember seeing him at East versus West, and I was impressed by him pulling. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, he hasn't been pulling very long, like 1 year. And he is jumped leaps and bounds. He's actually, yeah, Frenchie, I have to say, is you better watch for him. Give him another year. That guy's gonna be serious business. People are they're gonna know it. He's
How heavy is he?
I think he's 176, I think.
Yeah, I'm seeing pulling. He's pulling Brad here right now that I'm watching.
Brad, yeah.
Yeah, Brad brought him down, and he caught him down here, and he was able to. He's holding Brad.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's insane. He's still holding him.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy to hold Brad Prinz at the pad.
Yeah.
For freaking 10, 12 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, he got pins on Brad too. Yeah. Oh,
yeah. This specific one here was
yeah,
sad, but yeah, it looks like he was doing really good.
Yeah, and Brad's been pulling a long time.
Brad has been pulling a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, Brad's good though too, and he's making adjustments too because he's made some changes to his training. He always pulled with a riser. He's pulling without the riser now and pulling different. Like he's actually, like he's still sometimes getting to that Kings, but the thing is, he can pull. He's top rolling now.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Brad had some crazy hits actually during that event. Yeah, Brad Prinz, he's another one.
People
He's
don't realize Brad has a freaking spot, man. Holy cow,
yeah.
it's overwhelming strength in a certain
Oh yeah,
area. I'm not gonna say
for,
what area or anything, but it's
no,
wow,
it,
it's strong, man.
for Brad's size, he's strong,
Oh,
really.
he can. I can't touch him when I like,
It
most of
took
the.
me. I'm a big guy. It took me like a while. Like he used to beat me when I first started pulling him. Now I'm fairly new to the sport too. Like we started at the same time, but now I can beat Brad for sure. But for his size, wow. Yeah, no, he's definitely strong. And actually he's coming to our club now too. Yeah. So and I think we'll get him out in Red Deer too. It's kind of nice because I'm like I feel like I got two clubs that are my home in a way, right? But
Well, I mean, it is how it is. I mean,
it is. It's kind of it's like that for all of us too. Like it's
and the
both.
difference just it's just location, how far away we are from each other.
That's
Well,
right.
we're all one giant club in my eyes,
We
man.
are
I
really.
don't get any like I don't get pissed off at anybody from another club
No,
just because they're from
no,
another club. I
no,
mean,
no.
I like my club the best,
Yep.
but that doesn't, I
Yep.
still love everyone else from every other club.
Well, exactly. Well, it's kind
We're
of
all
nice.
doing it. We all love arm wrestling, right? So it's
Yeah.
all for the same.
Well, did you notice that? Okay, so Calgary, we're posting practices in Red Deer, and now Matt's posting practices in Calgary group.
Yeah,
It's really nice. It's a, you know what? It's really warm feeling, and it makes, what? It's nice. It's just really nice. Now
it is.
guys, if
I
they're willing
like it.
to trip out, yeah, now,
I like the direction we're heading.
yeah,
It's
coming
not
together.
all separate. It's like unification. It's nice.
Yes, that's what we want, man. This division and stupid, like, yeah, I think we're heading in the right direction. I think some good things are going to be down the road here, down the pipes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, we there can always be. I mean, as long as the community is open with each other, if there's a club that's struggling to, maybe they need a little help, there could always be
yeah,
a fundraiser raised to help a club or something, right? That's
yeah,
not out of the question, I don't think. I think that's reasonable.
yeah. And you know
Everyone
what?
can help each
We
other.
can make They can reach out to us too, and when some of us can
Yeah.
we'll make the trip to their club and help them out. There's maybe some new clubs or maybe people that want to start a club, but they think they don't have a senior guy to teach anything. So what? We can all come together. I'm sure that, here and there you get a senior guy from a different club comes in, teaches you some stuff. You know
Now
what?
you know it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the next week, if you don't have that senior guy, you can take what you learned the week before and practice it as a club. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And you know what? It's like, I think in practice too, like before, like the old school way was just go and smash people in practice, and I'm glad that I feel like that we're leaving that now. We're actually getting to the point where it's like the strong guy holds, the weaker guy works, and I think that we're starting to learn it. Like I feel it.
It's becoming a rhythm. And I
Yeah.
mean, there's a point in time where you start to question who is the senior guy to these two guys.
Hmm.
And they'll know. They'll
You'll
feel to be
know.
like,
You'll
hey,
know. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
You'll
good
know.
and it feels really good if you're the junior guy always pulling the senior guy, and you start to feel like it's more balanced, right? You start to be like,
Coming. Yeah.
I'm getting to that level. It's really nice
And that's
because
how
I mean,
you
it's not
measure
just
it.
gonna try to be a dick and rip you and be like, I'm still better than you. It's a
That's right.
progression, right?
Yep, yep. But I think that's how everyone comes up though, right? That's why you've seen such big gains in everybody the last little while, right? Like I think yeah, no, I know. It's about training properly too. And I think the more and more it catches on, you're gonna see better and better and better pullers too. It isn't just go to club and rip as many arms as you can, learn nothing, and think you're the practice champ of the year, right? Like, you
No,
know,
totally.
yeah, exactly. Okay,
The
man.
people in chat are just taking some notes here. They're just saying it's also important to spread the sport to non-arm wrestlers, and I totally agree with that. I mean,
I do
I have,
too.
I have a job, and everyone at the job is always really intrigued. They're always asking me, "Oh, show me this, show me that." And I'm arm wrestling the big guys at my work. They're like, "How the hell you beat me?" And
Yeah,
people are really fascinated by the sport because there's not many sports where everything's counterintuitive. Like you see a guy like me who's I'm not even 5'9", slightly under. I'm 150 pounds. I'm just a tiny little guy, but group
yeah,
up with me, you'll see I've got some strength that you
yeah.
wouldn't expect.
Oh
And
yeah.
it people light up, like they smile. Like if I go to arm with someone, everyone in the room's just smiling, like what the hell's happening? Like yeah, people. It's fun. I mean, that's why I fell in love with it, just because it's so much fun and it's so much. I don't know, it's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Victoria's in the chat. There's a woman that's leveled up quite a bit, eh?
Oh yeah, she actually
Oh
did
yeah.
really good to qualify.
Oh yeah. Really good. Really good. Yeah. And that's what I'd like to see. That's why, you know what, Ronnie and me got together, we talked. For now, women are free at our tournaments. It might not be the qualifier because that's a little different. That's a heavy cost to that tournament, so I can't guarantee that. But we're gonna try to promote. We need to get more women out there, man. We need to.
Everyone take a second, listen to that.
Yeah,
Free entry for women at the
yeah,
Infinity tournaments
yeah,
if they're not a qualifier.
yep. And then another thing is coming up here soon. My daughter's looking at starting a women's arm wrestling group on Facebook.
Hey,
And we're gonna be talking down the road about having a women's night only in practice. So if we can build up a big enough group for women, because sometimes the women they come in and it's a lot of testosterone flying around. We
it's a
stink.
different environment, right?
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? Maybe they get a little intimidated, right? But maybe if we can have a special women's night and they'll feel
Yeah,
more comfortable and more, you know what I mean?
it's better
Um,
for them too because it's similar bone densities, similar
yeah,
strengths, similar its weaknesses. It's all the same, right? It's same as me pulling someone my size who's a male. It's a more where you're at more as well. You're not
yeah.
just up in the air like me pulling you all the time. Like I don't know where I'm at. Like
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I've been looking at it, and I know for my daughter because she's into arm wrestling now, and she wants to see more women. Like, you
and
know,
we have a lot of good women, man. Like go
yeah,
look at the JCT Box league, like his league setups,
yeah,
the rankings, like
ladder
his league
leagues. How
rankings.
about the
There's a
ladder league?
lot of women in those leagues that are
Oh yeah,
killers, man.
yeah, I know.
But I don't see them often. I mean, I don't go to enough for sure, but I mean, the ones I do, I don't see enough of them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And I mean, the children, the children are growing now. Like some of them are looking like little pros. Did you see the little? There was one little guy at this past weekend. He was like, bam! I was like, whoa! Like just
Oh yeah,
light top rolls, and I'm like, like that's all. Like I love refing the kids. Like I don't know. I just love it. You just see me smile the whole time. Like yeah, so that's basically it. Try to and the kids were free too. The kids were free at that event too. So women and children were free. So
that's awesome.
yeah. So we gotta grow the sport and we gotta get people coming in and
I mean, that shows where your priorities are too, right? I mean, if you're charging women $50 for amateur and they can't win any money, your
yeah,
priorities, you're
yeah,
setting them right there. You're showing people, I want money.
that's right.
I
That's
don't
right.
want to see people learn or grow, especially as amateurs. $50 to enter, and there's no prize pool. You're
Just get a medal for worth $6 and $5.
right. It's where there has to be incentive for new people, right? It has to be an
Yep,
incentive. The whole free thing, that's as much incentive you can give. Like, come on, we're giving it to you. Come on, we'll
right.
teach you. We'll show you how to be safe. Everything.
Yeah. Well, because I mean that's the main goal, right? Is to grow this thing, right? You know,
Isn't that well? That's your goal if you want the sport to grow. But if you only want, your own thing to grow, maybe that's not your goal. But
but I think you can have both, right?
I think you can. You
You
just have
know,
to. That's maybe why like a semi-pro league might. A
yep,
lot of people want a semi-pro league. They don't want to go straight from amateur to pro because there is a massive jump.
yep,
Some of the pros that are near the bottom of the pros have been pulling for 5+ years.
yep,
If you're an amateur, it's hard to go from you pulled for a year amateur and you think you're doing really good. I want to try pro, and you pull a guy who's been pulling for 5 years. Like
yep.
it's a little bit difficult.
I get it, I get it, but it's and I
Is
and
there
I
enough people to
yeah,
sustain a
and I
semi-pro
agree with
league?
it. But as a promoter, I know how hard it is, right? And we can't have a bunch of empty brackets, right? So
No, no.
it's one of those things, right? I think that there is a demand for it, and I understand it. And I think as the population keeps growing and more people come in, and as these tournaments start filling up more, I think Ronnie and me would totally be open to be doing semi-pro too. But like I said, it's going to be a growth thing, right? It will all
Well,
depend
like
on
I said,
yeah,
when it becomes more renowned, like
yeah, yeah,
Infinity will be like that is that's where you want to go if you want to progress, and you can tell your progression. You'll have signature pullers in the league, people that
yeah,
are always going to be at every event. I
yeah,
like that a lot when you have those guys like that.
yeah, yeah.
And the leagues right now are so scattered and kind of not watered out, but like it's not concise enough. I don't think.
Well, that's why I think the ultimate goal is to try to mesh. Like I really like what Florida Arm Wrestling League is doing. you got your league, right? But you have your tribe still. Like you still got
Yeah.
your clubs, right? But you just have a different color jersey on, right? Like you know what I mean? I kind of like that. I don't see why we can't all mesh and blend together and be one community and still have our tribes though. Like, you know what I mean?
You totally can. And that's how, if you want to know how you get better, that's how you do it. If you're pulling, even if you have a group of 20 guys, if you're pulling just the same 20 guys for the past 5 years,
Yeah.
you're not going to be as good as someone who's been pulling 100 different people, 200 different people for the past 5 years. He's going to have more experience, more knowledge. If you're the same person, I'm saying, maybe one guy's just better. But if you took yourself with them in both scenarios, you'd excel way more in the other scenario, right?
Yeah. I'm fine with this. Cool, bad.
But yeah, frick. I
Well,
had a great time on the weekend. I'm glad you guys put it on. I can't wait for the next event. It's going to be awesome. The seminar will be sick too. That'll be sick. Are you
Yeah.
guys planning on ever putting out the seminars a couple months afterwards in a video format, or
oh yeah.
of course it has
they
to
will.
be enough that there's an incentive to actually go and participate, right? You can't just put them out a
Yeah.
week later. But
Oh yeah, no. We're right now we're building content. We're gonna have an Armfinity YouTube channel, and it's
yeah,
gonna be nicely done. Ronnie's got a guy that does all our videos and stuff. It's gonna be professional. It's gonna be, oh yeah, and everything will be released. But
sweet.
oh, you want to say hi? Okay, sorry, it's Dale.
Hey,
Hey,
Dale.
yeah,
Come on, brother.
yeah.
How you doing?
Not much. We're just chatting. Just
We're on the
chatting. We were chatting
podcast.
about you earlier.
I'm sorry.
We were just chatting. We were chatting about you earlier there on the weekend.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to mention? You are a total different animal now. I've after pulled you. I could not believe the power in your hand, your wrist, your arm was amazing. Good for you, buddy.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
Right on. Right
Shout
on.
out from Dale himself.
That's the man right here. Yeah.
All right, boys. Pleasure to be on your podcast. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You had to
Keep
make
Get
it.
you on again.
Keep grinding.
Yeah. But saying that, well, yeah, I think we covered everything anyway. It was a good podcast. Anything else that you want to throw in? Oh, I have something I gotta throw in quick. So coming up, and as we're starting to get more people in the chat and stuff, we're gonna do some kind of question weekly. I don't know what it is, and it could be one that there's no answer to, but whoever gets the best answer will get a prize of some sort. I mean, let's say a hat one week, a handle one week, and I'll be mailing it out to whoever the winner is. So yeah, you can win some stuff. It's going to change every week. So that's coming up. Probably in the next week. We'll do our first question. So
That's exciting.
yeah, I think it's good news. I love giving away my shit.
I've watched you give it away.
Yeah, but no, I think it'd be a good way to promote the channel, and why not,
And help people out, give them some stuff,
Well, yeah, some training equipment, something, who knows? Could be
And I
anything.
mean, if anyone has any questions about any of the Armfinity gear as well, Brian's your guy, Ronnie's your guy. They've got tons of stuff.
Yeah, definitely talk to Ronald or me, and we got really good handles. Yeah, the handles are really good, and they're affordably priced. We're not trying to gouge anybody. We just
I know
want
if
people
you
to have
guys,
yeah, we want to
you
have
guys got this, they like them.
yeah, we want you to have the equipment to train and get better, right? Like, it's not always about making the most money, right? It's just about getting everybody the necessary shit, right? So,
Even just the basics. If it's just the few basic things, it's all you need, right?
yeah, for sure. No. But saying that, I think we're pretty good. And I just want to thank everybody for coming on, and
Yeah, thanks for being active in the chat, everyone. That's really cool to watch you.
yeah, and I'll work on the chat. I'll try to get better at it. Yeah. So, but anyway,
All right, well,
hey guys, well, have a good night, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.
see you later this week, everybody.
Yep.
Peace out.
Take care.